Go ahead and grab your strap and place it at the back of your mat. We will need that shortly. And go on and settle into a soft child's pose, elongating the arms, inhaling and exhaling, feeling your belly against your thighs as your hips press toward your heels. Take some deep breaths as we prepare for this energizing hip opening practice. The hips hold all of our emotions, it holds all of our attentions. It is the root chakra, the sacral chakra. So let's go ahead and begin to warm up the hips a little by starting with cat-cows, coming into a neutral spine. Exhale as you press your back up to the sky, and inhale as your tailbone lifts. Find your own flow. Really pressing into the hips for cat. We really want to get the hips warmed up. You can go at any pace that you like. Just make sure that you're going through the full range of motion. Now let's come to a neutral spine. And we're going to start with the left foot. Knee rises and begin to do hip circles. 5 forward and then 5 in reverse. Nice big circles. When you're done, press that leg back and then cross the body. We've been here before. Gaze softly over the shoulder, stretching the side body. Inhale, bring that knee in. Opposite leg. Nice round circles, warming up the hip. Doesn't matter how high you go. And reverse it. Good. Bring the leg straight and cross it over the body, gazing softly over the shoulder at your toe. Bring that leg in, drop down into a child's pose. Nice and deep as we begin to work on our little flow that we've been creating. Warms up the entire body. Come on to hands and knees. Press into the toes and come up for a soft down dog, knees bent. Find what feels comfortable for you in the inverted V that you should look like, and then begin to pedal your heels out, really putting your hips into it. Straighten your legs as much as you can and come forward to plank, knees, chest and chin to the mat. We've been here before. Inhale, roll up for cobra. Press into the hands and feet, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Pedal some more. Nice and easy. Come forward to plank, knees, chest, and chin. Roll forward for cobra. Nice, easy hold. Press into the feet, hands, back to downward facing dog. And let's go ahead and lift the right leg to the sky. We've been here before. Nice deep breaths, pressing into the palms. Keep that leg lifted and bring it down. Switch legs. Let's bring the left leg up high as you can, creating one long line. Deep breaths. Exhale that leg down. Nice. Knees and child's pose. Bring your hands out to the sides of the mat, tented, and stretch the upper part of your back. Pressing your forehead to the mat, hips to the heels. Nice deep breaths. We've got one more round. We're going to add on something very special to this round. So come on up, tabletop, press into the toes, soft down dog. This time straighten your legs as much as you can. So we're going to come forward for plank, knees, chest, and chin to the mat. Roll forward for cobra. Press into the toes, hips to the sky, downward facing. Right leg lifts again, straight. This time, bend the knee. Feel a little opening in the hip. Drop that leg down. Very nice. Left leg lifts very high, high as you can, one straight line. Bend the knee and open the hip. Nice deep breaths. Straighten the leg, bring it down for downward facing. Drop to the knees and child's pose. Great work. Deep breaths. Nice deep breaths. Come onto the middle of your mat. I'm going to face you so that you can see what we're doing. We're going to put the soles of the feet together and grab them for some butterflies. So gently, gently, gently just flap the legs. Doesn't matter how high they are, you just want to loosen them up a little bit. Chest nice and tall, and then exhale and let your knees drop wherever they may. Roll the shoulders, roll your neck, spine nice and tall. Look over your right shoulder. Nice deep breaths. Come through the center, left shoulder. Tall spine. Inhale, bring those knees in. Nice inner thigh stretch. So come onto your back and come onto your seat rather and grab your mat before you roll back. And we're going to place the strap over the left foot. Take your block and place it at the very edge of your mat on the floor. And for this foot, we'll use it as a guide. This is going to keep the legs straight when we do our side twist. So you've got the strap on the left foot. Lift that left leg straight and hold. We've been here before. Stretch out the hamstrings. Keep the straight leg nice and strong. We don't want it to turn or twist. Inhale and exhale, pull it in just a little bit more. Exhale, bring it down, and then bring it in a little bit. And then we're going to drop the leg across the body, keeping the inactive leg engaged. Drop it down nice and soft and bring it back up. Do that a couple of times. And then when you exhale it over, hold. Remembering to breathe. If your right hip is coming off the floor, your foot is turning, you have too much torque in the hip, so bring it back in a little. Bring your knees into your chest. The leg with the strap, cross it over the opposite leg for a nice hip stretch. Place your hand through the keyhole, bring your neck up to meet, and then drop it down as you pull that leg in. This is supine pigeon pose. On every exhale, try to bring it in just a little bit more. Remembering to breathe. If you're feeling any pinching in the knee, make sure your foot is straight. Bring both legs down to the mat, and we're going to do some bridges. So inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, bring them down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift, and let's just hold it here. Nice strong hips. Hold. A few more breaths and drop it down. Good job. Bring both knees in. And take a few seconds to remove the strap from the left foot. Place it over on the right. Straighten the opposite leg. Use the block if you need to. And pull in for a nice hamstring stretch. We want to remind those hamstrings what they can do. We want to keep them flexible. Inhale, bring it in just a little bit more. Just a little bit more, and exhale it out. Now when you bring it in this time, bring it halfway for what the most tension was for you, and then drop it across the body and lift it up. Drop it across the body and lift it up. Your lying leg will have the propensity to twist. Some is fine. You don't want too much. If you're not feeling the stretch in your hip, bend your knee just a slight bit. That'll take the tension off the knee area and you will start to feel it in the hip. Remembering to breathe. Bring that leg in. Drop both feet. Place for forward eagle. And pull the knee in. Supine pigeon. On every exhale, pull it in just a little bit more. Nice deep breaths. Release that leg. Remove the strap. And prepare for your bridges. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, lift. And down. Inhale, lift. And down. And on this one, let's go on up and hold. Nice deep breaths. Exhale slowly down. And go ahead and bring your knees in and give yourself a nice hug. Place the soles of the feet together. And drop the knees gently apart. Place the hands on the belly. Press into your head and lift your shoulders as you roll them under. And settle in for Bound Eagle. And this will be our place of Shavasana today. The inner groin is also part of the hip. Slow your breathing if it increased at all. And you're welcome to stay here as long as you like. Namaste.